everybody. I hope everybody had an awesome holiday season. And I have returned to you with a very happy snow. I did some work off stream on not only snow, but also some tools that I'm going to be using on this stream. And so last time, I think, I have no idea what we did last time because it was like a month ago. But since then, I did a bit more of his facial stuff. I think last time we did his eyes and his eyebrows. And since then, I did a little bit of his lips, but not much at all. So you haven't missed much. And I'm gonna have some new tech, which I haven't actually checked if it's here. Oh, but it is, right. So I have some shape key tech that I'm gonna be testing out today, and we might run into some errors and stuff, and then this might turn into a Python stream. We'll see about that. That's always a possibility, though. Hey guys. All right, so I'm just gonna get started, or I'm gonna continue something that I started earlier today. And this might not be a long stream, by the way, compared to my previous streams. We'll probably just go for like 90 minutes or a couple hours max. So what I do have of these lips is just my lip wide shape that exists. And now I was just working on the lips up. And then when that's done, which is soon, then I will do the combination, which is going to be the smile. So that's going to be exciting, I guess. But yeah, for now, let's see how far did I get on this lips up thing. So I believe I don't want to move the nose a whole lot for this, but maybe a tiny bit is okay, which is what I did. Like that. And yeah, I think this shape is fine. So I'll just set up the action on the meta rig, and we'll see if things are working at all. Let's make this UI gigantic. So we have lips wide. I haven't set up the other ones, so I want rig-snow lips up. The control bone is still this one. The frame count is 0 to 10. And this is going to be the y-axis. And I want it to fully activate when this bone is around here, so 0.03, I guess. So from 0 to positive 0.03. And then we regenerate. You can't see the screen. Haha, that's not good. Oh yeah, it's on the wrong thing. Oh boy, there you go. Sorry about that. You haven't missed much. Just some lip shapes. And then what I did just now, I will do again a bunch of times. So that's the benefits of live streaming. In fact, it seems I didn't do it correctly. So there you go. So what did I forget? Here's my action, my frame range, my control bone, X location, local space, 0 to 0.3. Hello? Did it fail to regenerate? Let me try that again. No, it's doing it. Okay. Maybe it's negative Y? No. No, wait, no, I don't want X location, I want Y location. I'm a fool. Let me fix that in just a sec. Right, so I want Y location. There we go. What's new in Blender 3.1? I don't know, man. You gotta ask Pablo Vasquez. You got the wrong show here. Body rigging today? I don't think so. I think if we manage to finish up the mouth, which is possible, then I will also do some nose and some eyebrow stuff. I don't think we're gonna touch the body today. Maybe finger shape key, but I don't think so. Unlikely. But maybe next time, if there will be a next time. Why is this bone sliding away from me in such a strange... Oh, is the bone key... Oopsie doopsie. Okay, wait, so the bone that drives the action is actually part of the action, which is not good. But now it is not. There we go. And I actually want these keyframes to be linear. That's much better. And then the other side works as well. Okay, so now let's try out the new tech that I mentioned. And then I'll do some other stuff. So look, I have here a panel called shape key groups. And I have the ellipse wide already set up because that's what I was using to test this. And I have no idea if this is going to work on this computer because it requires a specific Blender branch, which is what I have open here, I think. But anyway, so I create a new shape key group, and I'm going to name this ellipse up. And I'm going to press this button, which is a strange icon. I don't know why I picked that. It says save current vertex positions. So when I press that, it's going to create an object for me that is called snowhead ellipse up. And this is what that object looks like. So as you can see, it's the deformed mesh. But the thing is, this does not have any shape keys and it does not have any modifiers. It's just the deformed mesh. And now what I can do is hide the original for now and sculpt on this one. And I'm going to sculpt this to be more precisely the shape that I want, which I'll spend a few minutes on now. And then I'll get back to the UI and make sure I have symmetry on, which I do not. So let me undo a bit. Sculpt mode, tool, symmetry X. There we go. And then let me also make sure that my smooth brush is on the good one, that one. Surface smooth instead of Laplacian smooth. Okay. And then I have my 2D, 3D grab brush setup that I stole from Julian. Ooh, Rick asked me to poke him when I'm streaming. Let's poke Rick that I'm streaming. Rick. I'm streaming! Exclamation mark. There you go, Rick. Okay, so maybe I won't detail this shape too much, just so in case any of you are curious about the tech, you can just see it. But I do want to like create a crease here somehow. Not entirely sure how because I'm not smart, but I'll get there. So I want to move this inwards a bit, I think. Oh boy. Pushing individual vertices is always fun. It's not. Actually, it is not that fun. It's kind of painful. Okay, there you go. I guess we'll keep that for now, whatever. Yeah, I mean it looks goofy because it's not, it's not a real smile. It's a lips up shape. But whatever. Also, what I should have done, and maybe it's not too late yet, is to put this in a shape key so I can switch between the original and the new one, so I can see where I started. Let me do that real quick. So what I will do to regenerate the shape that I started with is just get rid of this and maybe rename this to sculpted just temporarily, and then I create it again. So here it is, and then let me just join this into this as a shape key. So join as shapes, and then I'm going to delete this forever. So now if I come on this shape key, you can see this is what I did, and I should have there you go. Yes, I have a keybind on Shift-Alt-S to toggle the active shape key. So I can see that this was, except it doesn't work sometimes. Hello? I swear, I'm pressing the same button, and sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Anyway, so this is the original shape that we started with, and then this is what we ended up on. Not much of a difference, to be honest with you. But still, a mild adjustment. So now what we can do, now that we have this shape here, let's come back to the actual face mesh. And we can tell this little UI that this shape relates to a specific pose, and that pose can be found in the rig snow lips up action on frame 10. Because that is the pose that gets activated when I raise the lips, which is also the same as if, so here's my lip up action selected, and if I go to frame 10, this is the shape that we used to create that pose. The pose that we used to create that shape, that's what I meant to say. So now, this is not actually a shape key here, this is just a sort of container, and within that container we have shape keys, so I'm just gonna create, let's say, 2 of those. I'm gonna call them lipsup.l. And that's not how I should have done that. Instead, I'm going to press this plus button to create lipsup.l. And then also a .r. And so here's the properties of my shape key, and I already have a left and right side vertex group to mask the left and right sides. And now what I can do is when I press this button, which also has a questionable icon, it's going to push the shape that is stored in this object, which again is this one right here that we sculpted on. It's going to push that shape into these 2 shape keys in a way that this shape will be achieved when the pose in this action on this frame is active. So it's very specific and very kind of, it's probably hard to wrap your head around at first, which is also why I want to sort of practice it. But the result should be awesome if it runs. It gives you a warning that these shape keys will be overwritten in case that isn't clear. And it fails. God damn it. Object has no attributes, creates a space eval. You see, that's the error that we would get if we are not on the correct branch. Which apparently we are not. That's a big problem. That's a very big problem. So now let's troubleshoot. Because this should have worked, because I thought that I put the correct build into my shared blenders folder. And if I didn't, that's catastrophic. Yeah, this is not gonna help. Okay, this is fine, guys. This is fine. Shit. This is fine. We're gonna build the custom branch right here live somehow. That I have no idea where the Blender source files are stored on this computer, but they must be here. There you go. Perfect. Oh boy. Wait, now forget the terminal. Give me VSC. When will Rick make facial acting? I don't know. I think he's finishing up the Rex ice skating animation now. Just some small polish, and then yeah, he will probably want to mess around with snow, so he will probably do it when snow is ready. So it's up to me being productive, which I am failing at doing so by not having the correct build. So that sucks. Oh my god, this freaking thing, man. Oh my goodness, how many times is it gonna ask me for a thing that it doesn't even need? So I want to be in root, media, data, blender guest, blender master, go. Holy fuck, yes, I freaking trust everybody, come on. And then I have a diff somewhere. I have a diff that Sergey sent me in a chat. Which one is it? Ah, this should be it. We have a great workflow going on here. Okay, but the terminal is actually enough, I think, for what I want. Not this one. This one. Not this one. Heck. Get out of here. Give me... Yeah, this is fine. cd.dot/blender guest/blender mass. Hello? Blender master. Git apply. Frick. Wait. Oh, this is a different computer. Oh my god. Wait. Let me save it here. Onto my shared. So if I go Demeter, this thing. Bam. Did that work? Let's find out from VSC. Yes, it did. What's numpy.diff doing here? Get out of here. Okay, yes. And then, not that one, but this one. Oh, come on. Then we build. Surprisingly slowly. I wonder if it's gonna work. But once this build is done, then I will be able to press that button, which is gonna do cool stuff for me. And hopefully one day it's gonna be in master. But for now it's very experimental. Will this be the last facial rigging stream? Maybe yes, actually. Because I think in this one I might show off everything in terms of techniques that I'm going to use, including this brand new one. And then the rest, I mean, there's still going to be like small adjustments done on it and iteration and stuff, but I feel like that work wouldn't necessarily fit a stream format, because to stream I need to set a bunch of stuff up and wait and etc. And that kind of iteration I would rather just do immediately when I get the feedback. So yeah, this might be the last face rigging stream. But I think with this one and the previous ones combined, they contain all the face rigging tricks that I know, which is none. Okay, while this is building, we can do some other stuff. For example, we don't have lip roll yet, so we could do a lip roll. That's pretty trivial. Yeah, let's do that. So let's go on a little bit of a tangent. And by the way, if this workflow ends up working out, then I will make like a proper video about it at some point. How come this thing is so far offset? Did I do that on purpose? So I guess I did. It's fine. Is it fine? I guess that's fine. Okay, so I want to duplicate both this and this. And rename them to... I'm not sure what. Should the role be a prefix? Or should it be like this? I like prefixes. Sure, why not? But you know what, let's... I think it's gonna be an action-based control. Let's just call it ACT. None of these prefixes are meaningful anyways. Have I been using bot or bottom for lib names? Bot. Then we will call it bot. But this one is bottom. Of course, I can never manage to be consistent. Do you need this special branch just for the setup? Yeah, so the setup relies on one button as the final step, which is this button. And that button relies on a Python API call, which is not exposed in master. That's why I need the branch. Am I using underscores in the naming convention? Rick thought it was forbidden. They are forbidden as a suffix separator. Actually, I think they might work, but ideally it should be prefixes separated by dash and suffixes separated by a dot. Only one, or you can have only one suffix, but any number of prefixes, and then underscore for the middle of the name, the actual name part of the name. Right, so this does not have any suffix, so that's this guy, and then they need a shape. Do I already have a half decent? Oh my god! Oh, I need to. Whatever. My 3D viewport will fly away if I try to pan too far. And I could fix it, but I'm lazy. So do I already have a decent rolly shape? I have this one, which is... Yeah, I think this can be fine. Let's just tweak it a bit. Yeah, something like that. And then where does this pivot? Oof, that's kind of awkward. That's not good. Interesting. Oh, because of this offset? Yes, kind of. Even so, this is not circular. How did I make that thing? For now, let's just worry about putting them or making them big enough so they're visible. Oh boy. But if my invisible mouse reaches the edge of the screen, then it flies away. Cool minigame. Okay. I mean, this will work. Maybe the top one can be bigger. What if I offset it? It's gonna be awkward, isn't it? It's not that awkward. It is pretty awkward. How messy does this look? Wow, that looks super messy. Why do this to me? All right, whatever. Let's just make custom shapes for this. How do I do that? I want to edit it. Then that summons it for me. Then I duplicate it. Then I rename the duplicate to liproll. Then I go back to edit this again and then unedit it, and then it disappears. It's good. Then I move this into widgets collection, get rid of this thing, and then assign it here. And here. And then Control Alt E is my edit widget button. And then let's see what we can do. Something like this. That looks better, I would say. How to activate Mets tools on Mac? I would assume it's the same as on any other computer, I guess. But I'd never used a Mac. I don't know, sir. Has Blender Today for 2022 started? What is Blender Today livestream starting? Not sure. You would have to ask Pablo. Have I seen him around? I think I haven't seen him around yet, so he might still be on holiday. But I'm not sure. Unfortunately, I don't keep track of my colleagues that well. I could open the calendar and check, but I have it. The only way I know how to access our work calendar is to use the bookmark link, which I don't have right now. So it's a mystery. I'm sorry. I still don't like how this slip bone rotates. Can I just move it outwards a little bit? Why is it so wonkily shaped? God damn it. Let's just fix it by eyeballing, which is just going to make it worse, I know. Oh God. That's better. Is it better? Definitely better. Okay, now let's do some actions. The build is probably built already. So you know what? Let's just leave this tangent on hold. And let's see if we can get the button to work. It better work. It worked! But I'm a bit concerned that something moved. Oh, but that's because they're activated. That's fine. Right. So this is fine. So when we have lips up activating, then this should look better. Yes, perfect. There you go. So there's our shape key cooperating with our armature deformation, which is normally impossible to do. And if we change our armature posing or whatever, we will be able to just press that button again and we won't lose our shape because our shape is forever saved here. And I'm going to throw this object into the Snow Morphs head collection and it will just sit there waiting for us in case we ever need it again. However, these shape keys need some drivers and guess what? I'll just let CloudRig make the drivers because it should. Because there should be code for that as well. We'll see if that runs. It's the first time for everything. Blender Today will return on January 24th. There you go. Blender has responded. Okay, let's see. If we move our lips up, do you guys think the shape key activated? I have my doubts. Frick, it did not. We don't have the driver. Why? Ah, because the name of the shape key must be an exact match with the name of the action, which is rig-snow lips up.l and then .r. That should do it. Then we generate again. Now it should have drivers automatically. It's a shame the rig generation still takes like 10 seconds when it should really only take like 1 second. But duplicating the armature takes 9 seconds and that's not my fault, don't blame me. At least I think it's not my fault, but it might be. Okay, yes, now it's activating. Hell yeah, there you go. So we have all the automation, all the preservation of data, all the everything. Okay, so we have awesome workflow. Do I continue with the lip roll or do I just do the up plus wide? I want to do the up plus wide because I never tested corrective actions and shape keys and to see if they will work. So let's try it. So we have an up, we have a wide, but they don't combine very well at all. It's a friggin' disaster. So that's just what we get by default when we combine this wide shape with this up shape. And now we need to correct that because this is unacceptable. So let's just do that. I'll just pose this symmetrically. Holy moly, that is terrifying. So we make a new action. We call it rig.no underscore lips underscore up plus wide. And then we'll go on frame 10. That's where we will do our keyframe. And then we try to unmess this mess. Let's see how we can do that though. Starting with making the lip bendy bones have a smooth curve again. Is that it? Nah, I think we need a bit more help from these. So some tech that I still don't have, and I don't think I will anytime soon, is now that I create this corrective action, if I want to change the two underlying actions that it's correcting, then I will have to make the opposite of those changes on the corrective action. So that's a bit of a nightmare. But hey, my base actions are hopefully fine as they are. I should disable some layers because this is a mess. Now it's arguably less of a mess. Okay, so I mean, this is a massive, massive, terrifying smile. So it doesn't have to look amazing in this pose, but better than this, for sure. Oh boy. So we probably want some cheek volume to be bumping out here. And then of course we will also do a shape key sculpting pass on top of this. I hope my corrective smooth is off for this because that would be a disaster. I don't even have a corrective smooth, hell yeah. Okay, so I'll just move bones around blindly and randomly until things look a bit better. I should probably move these guys as well. Wow, the influence of this bone is super awkward right now. It's like this friggin' fidget spinner shape. I mean, we could just reduce the extremity of this pose. That might make my life a bit easier. Just by a tiny bit. I wonder if it should go further out, but I don't think so. Yeah. Not looking too good, to be honest with you. But mind you, the face will probably never be pulled to this extreme, and if we need to tweak lesser extremes, we can do that as well. But we'll just start with this madness. Maybe I could have used an extra bone here, but oh well. Okay, I'm curious how this looks with subsurf. Where is my subsurf though? Okay, I don't know why that was necessary, but there's the subsurf. It looks like a disaster. Huh. Like, I really need to bump this area out, and I don't have a control for it, so that's fine. We can just do it with the shape key. But I'm a bit surprised that there is no control there. Well, it's because this is supposed to be the crease of the nose. Like, this shouldn't even have an influence over that. Maybe I oversmoothed some things a bit. Me. That's fine, we'll fix the rest in sculpt mode, I think. Have you set up the shrink wrap on the face bone? I think I won't be using shrink wrap for Snow because he's gonna have some facial details, and the shrink wrap stuff only works for like super flat, super stylized, super simple faces, I would say. So like how here I'm trying to bump the cheek out and create this crease. You couldn't really do that with the shrink wrap tech. We didn't have this kind of stuff on Sprite Fried, that's why the shrink wrap worked there. Of the skin below the eyes. That will be up to the animators. So I don't want the mouth corner control to affect the eyes. It's too much influence. I don't even want it to affect the nose, but that's maybe more controversial. Maybe some people or some productions, and maybe here we will also have the smile affect the nose. But for starters, I would leave it out, or mostly leave it out. Maybe a very slight influence on it. And then we'll see based on animator feedback if they are okay with the nose moving on its own based on the lips, then we can go for it. But from what I know of my animators, it's safer not to at first. Okay, I don't know. Maybe this is as good as we will get it with bones. And it's time to just tweak things in shape key, but man, this crease is just, I mean, this like, the protrusion of this lower lip is bothering me a bit. Like, am I doing that? What are these things? Those are teeth. We don't need that. I guess that's just the design. No, it's not. I'm creating that somehow. That's not good. Should this be like way further in? Way less rotated? Way more rotated? Dude, I have no idea. How am I creating this? What have I done? Arg. There we go. Is anybody watching Games Done Quick? Anyone have any new favorite speedruns? I will just have to catch up later on the VODs. Okay, so I do wish this crease was a bit sharper, but we can do that with shape key in a bit. But now this lip is less sharp, which I think is good. And this is still a disaster. Okay. So I'm gonna insert a keyframe on the entire universe. And then come to frame 0, reset everything, insert a keyframe on the entire universe. Then I do clean keyframes. Then I select these guys. Then I select these guys. Wait. Nah. Select these guys and then reset everything. And now I have only keyframes for the stuff that I actually touched. Make those linear. Wait, what have I just done? Right, yes. So this should be fine, except I want this excluded. Because that's the actual control that will activate the smile. And this is the correction that we're doing. So let's see. In the action setup, we have an action for up plus wide, the same control. No, wait, not no control there. It's a corrective from frame 0 to 10. Trigger A is lips wide. Trigger B is lips up. There we go. And that should pretty much be it. Let's see if that works. What's with that thing on the left eye? Not sure. Let's check in a sec. Can you tell me the best website to download a 3D character? studio.blender.org. You can download the sprite fright character rigs and some other characters like rain, and I messed something up, didn't I? Oh boy. No, wait. No, I was just on frame 10 inside the action. That's why. Still, that seemed worrying. Wait. Wide. Correction. Up. Why does it seem to trigger so late? Like here, suddenly the cheek starts bumping out. That's not how it should be. Up plus wide. It's linear. Frame 0 to 10. Ah, something's wrong. Something is always wrong. So if I go up, at this point, the influence of the up plus wide corrective can be 0. That will be correct. And the 0 influence in this case means an evaluation time of 0.5. No, it doesn't. Wait a minute. Aha. My setup is wrong. This might be something I'll have to fix in CloudRig. And I'm not sure if what I just did is going to be the solution. But I think in CloudRig, I always assume that my corrective actions are two-way. So, you know, I would have an up plus wide correction and up plus narrow correction in the same action. But I don't want to do that anymore. No, that didn't seem to be it. That made it worse. Am I crazy? Okay, let me go back. So if the default evaluation time is 0.5 and our frame range is 0 to 10, that means that the default frame that it's reading from the corrective action is frame 5, the middle one, you know, halfway between 0 and 10. But then what I just did should have fixed that, because it should be reading between -10 and +10 halfway through. It should be frame 0. Maybe that part worked. But then the amount of influence that we calculated when the actions were activating is wrong. Okay. Let me just go back and forth here a bit more. It's not complicated, guys. Maybe it is, but only lips are complicated, okay? Everything else is simple. Okay, so the corrective activates, but it looks terrible. Maybe it's just because I just simply put too much of an effect into it, but still, it activates too late. Like, it only starts activating here. That's not correct. That's not the one, this is the one. Yeah, it's still 0.5. Why is it still 0.5? And then when I come here, it's still 0.5. Then once I go past this threshold, then it becomes 1 sooner than it should as well. Like, this math used to be correct, and now it's a disaster. What the heck is this? Why does the action value even allow itself to go above 1? That's one good question. But maybe I can fix that real quick with some limit constraint stuff. I should have done this ages ago, I was just lazy. So I want the y-axis limit to be 0 to 0.03. Well, probably also negative. Yep, and then x can be minus 0.06. And the other way, probably half that is fine. And for now, let's log the z. Let me mirror that. Okay, this is just so I don't go past my thresholds. And if in this case the action activation number still goes beyond 1, then I should fix that. That's one thing. And then the other thing is going to be the expression for the corrective action, which is just going haywire right now. And I mean, it makes some sense because I did mess with that code recently when I was doing the ShipKey setup stuff. But I didn't mess with that area specifically. The corrective shape key. Maybe I did. No, I didn't. I did not. So, wide, lips wide is fully activated. Then we come to an up plus wide evaluation time driver, and it's on 0, which I think is correct. But then as soon as I start activating lips up, it should start activating the corrective, and it does. But with a strange curve. Is it even a strange curve? This is now halfway to fully activated. And the evaluation time is exactly halfway as well. This is correct. Then why does it look so strange? What? Am I crazy? Ah, shit. Well. Yes. No. So it makes sense in my brain why it will be broken now, but the way I would fix it, according to the sense that is being made in my brain, I would just set this to 0. But this just puts us back to square 1. So I'll do something that should be equivalent to that, but maybe it isn't. Which is I'll go into the corrective action, select everything, and move the first keyframe to frame 0, to frame -10. That should make no difference, I think. No, that works. Why? Why does that work? Why? You see, I'm happy that that works. But if that works, then having it start on frame 0 and then setting the frame range as frame 0 to 10 would also work. That's the same math, right? Unless I'm crazy. Or unless I really messed up the code. That is possible. That's always possible. Nope, it just works now. What? Can anybody tell me what I'm doing differently now compared to before? Because I swear, we are now on square 1. This is exactly the setup that I had when I first had the issue. I went troubleshooting stuff, then I came back here, and now it's fine. I changed nothing. I must have changed something, but it's completely lost on me what it is. But anyways, let's do the shape key. So let's mirror this pose. And then we come to our shape key groups. We go on the groups UI. We add lips up plus wide. We create a shape object. Does it become active? I don't think it becomes active. I should add that to the code to make it active. And then here's our slightly broken lips up thingy. And it might, in theory, still work if I put a subsurf on it, because the script should disable the subsurf. Let's test that, because I do want to sculpt on this with subsurf. Okay, so we need to get a cheek bumping going on here. Which is, it's kind of a shame that I couldn't do this better with just bones, but whatever, man, whatever. Oh, and let me undo that, wait. Another thing I should do in the add-on is when I create this shape, it should immediately have an activated shape key, and just call it adjustments. And now we can see, we can switch back and forth between the before after. If only the keybind actually listened to me every time I pressed it, but 50% of the time, it works every time. All right, this looks better. Still a bit questionable. Now, mind you, I don't have subserve. I don't have multi-res, so the amount of vertices I have here is all I have to work with, which should be fine. But it won't look as amazing as a multi-res sculpt. But the cool thing is as well, I could throw this mesh to our character sculptor. He can do his sculpting on this because this doesn't have any rig shenanigans on it. So I can have a proper artist make shape keys for me. And that has two benefits. One, I don't have to do it. And two, it's going to actually look good. And then I can just apply that shape to this specific state in the rig, and it will just work. It will just work. Now, is this crease insane? Because mind you, this pose is insane. You know, like this friggin' nose is going to the edge of his eyes and up to his nose, you know, it's pretty far. But is this crease insane regardless? Maybe, maybe. Let's knock it down a notch, I think. Making it more insane. Oh, we need to push this skin up a bit out of the way. Should have a different matte cap, maybe. Not that one. Why it is so dark? Oh, because they're multiplied. Oh my freaking god. Then I go on single. Yes. This is kind of better, I guess. Can I have more subsurf, please? Give me all the subsurf. And yeah, you see, if the character is going to be smiling this much, then the animator should definitely raise the eyelids, but I'm leaving that to them. I'm not doing it myself. Because I don't want them to complain that the mouth corner control is affecting everything. Unless they ask for it, then I'll do it. Is that better? What's wrong with this area? Something is wrong with it. But I'm not sure if I can tell what it is. I think I moved the upper lip inwards a bunch for some reason. I don't think I was supposed to do that. But alas, we can try to fix that. But first, if I want to make armature changes to this shape, I first need to bring it back here. So let's do that with some new shape keys. So we have our... Oh, but this name needs to match the action name. which is, oh boy, this one. So we create a new shape, call it action name.l, and then again action name.r. And I'm a bit worried because the mesh just changed, which it should not have. Which it should not have. It should definitely that should not be happening. But it's fine. We'll just yep, do this, I guess. Yeah. So I have sometimes Blender decides that new shape keys should have some weird data in them, like the data of the previous shape key, I guess. I don't know when or why, but the blend from shape operator in the blend from shape operator in edit mode fixes that. Let's see. Are all those bonds set to linear? Yes. At least in the action, they should be. But I'll double check for you, Rick. Yes, look at these lines. Do those lines look not linear to you? Everyone cannot wait for node-based drivers. The expression box kind of stinks interface-wise. Yeah. Node-based drivers would be nice, but I would probably stick to expressions. Because then there's going to be too many noodles. I don't know. Everything is a mess. What can you do? Imagine someone smart like that. I just discovered you exactly the video I was looking for. Thanks. Okay. Well, then enjoy. Glad to hear. Whoa. Right. So, what was I in the middle of? I was going to apply this shape to this pose, which I will do right now, except it's going to apply it twice and it's going to fail. Source of all mesh is not defined. Mismatching topology. Okay, so I guess I don't account for subsurf in the script yet. I thought I did. I think I only account in the selected mesh and not the source. I'll have to fix that, but now it should work. There you go. Except it's going to be applied twice. Also, did the head shape just change? What? What? What in the holy heavens? Uh-oh. What the fuck? Why would his forehead have moved? Something has gone horribly, horribly wrong, huh? I'm confused. I mean, it looks like it is trying to read the frigging subsurf version of the mesh, but what? I mean, okay, let's get rid of the subsurf modifier, but it's disabled. That shouldn't matter. And then we push it again. And it works. What? Okay, wait. Another thing that I just realized is that I didn't have symmetry on. I should write down some notes. Some to-dos for this add-on that I'm testing right now. Where do I write those to-dos? Let's see. Where is it? Crazy shape keys. To-do. So on newly generated shape of, well, let's call them morph target objects, add a shape key named what keyboard layout am I on? Jeez. Adjustments. Oh my god. Set it as active and its value to 1.0. And on newly generated morph target objects, also enable sculpting X mirror symmetry. Or well, also copy sculpting settings from the original object. That will make this a lot less error prone. And until then, can I symmetrize this? I should be able to, I think. New from mix, let me activate this again. Let me say mirror shape key topology. Whoa! That is not. That's not it. That's not it, chief. Wait, but what the fuck? Oh my god! That's not how you mirror a shape key, guys. Okay, interesting. Well, there's the other option. Let's try it again. Mirror shape key. Hey, that worked. Yeah, that worked. I'm satisfied, I guess. New shape from mix. Delete those. Call this adjustments. Put this to 1.0. Come back to this one. Push the shapes again. And then mask this for the left side. Mask this for the right side. There you go. So it's doing the correction. Each on their own side. Awesome. And then we should be able to regenerate cloud rig, and it should put the drivers on there for us. How many people in the studio's rig department currently? 1. I am the only rigger they've had in-house since ages. Oh, right, above the eye. I didn't check. Above the eye. Let's see. What did you mean by that? I don't think so, but let's see. So if I look through the shape keys, is a shape key affecting? Oh. Oh boy. Interesting. What happened there? So we have our lips wide corrective here. And to test if that's behaving correctly, we can just pull the lips wide on both sides. And then I will disable the... So these are the real ones that the rig actually uses, the left and right side. I'll disable those. And I'll enable the original, which is a disaster. So this seems to mess up this eyelid, like somebody pointed out. Thank you, Eric. So I can fix that. I can just mask that out. But if that is broken, I wonder what else is broken. So before I fix it, let me have a thorough look through. The lips seem fine. It seems like I can tell what this is. This is the influence of the eye rings corrective action. So I must have accidentally left that activated when I pushed this shape key, and at that time the add-on was still not setting the correct. Oh wait, no. Even if the add-on sets the action for the pose, which it does, it will only affect bones that are affected by that action. And I always make sure to only keyframe stuff in my actions that will actually move. Which means I was messing around with the eyelids at the time. Then I applied the lip shape, expecting it to work. But of course, that doesn't reset the eyelid bones. That's another point for the to-do list. It's an easy to fix thing. Just needs time. Before setting armature state, action plus frame, also reset all bone transforms. The downside of that is that if I don't restore that state, then you can lose your pose when you press the button. I guess I could store the state. Yeah, sure. Store and reset all bond transforms, then restore their state when done. Okay. Then for now, we will fix this manually, and in future, we'll have the add-on account for it. So I'll just select this messed up area and press Shift B. One more edge loop. That seems correct. And then the same on this guy. And then in theory, we will need to let's see. So we have our morphs here, and we have the lips wide here, and this should also be broken. Yes, it is. And what we can do is make sure that we are in the state where all the right things are activated. Why is this not doing anything? Oh, because I have it pinned. So all the right things are activated, which means only my lips wide shape keys are activated, nothing else. And my armature is in the lips wide state. Then I can go to my groups, go to lips up, no, lips wide. And I should be able to press this again. And it should overwrite this with the fixed eyelid, and the lip should still look the same. Let's see. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. All right, then let's hide our morphs again. Okay, so eye issue fixed. Thank you again for pointing it out, Eric. Now, back to whatever I was doing before, which I don't remember at all, actually. Oh, testing the corrective? Is that what I was doing? I think so. It's not working. Did it not get drivers? It should have drivers. It does have drivers, but they're not activating. Prick. The good news is that I know why this doesn't work. And there is no bad news, because I know how to fix it. It's gonna be another one for the to-do list. But for now, let's figure it out manually. So what I would want is, well, I guess in this case it's exactly the same as the evaluation time driver, right? Boom. And then for the right side, I want the other one. Boom. And that should give us, yeah, there you go. You can see from this edge loop, that's the one that's the most affected by the corrective shape key, that it seems to be working, but is it though? Ah! Why is it a 0.5 on the default pose? Or the action? Everything is terrible. Okay, so the thing I thought I fixed earlier with the actions activating in an awkward way, I did not fix at all. Because this should, in the default pose, this value right here should be 0.0. I don't really understand why that is not the case. Is it because of this crap? It must be because of this crap. If a is less than or equal to 0.5, which it is. But why is this even here? I don't want to look at the code. Let's just figure it out. Bam, A plus B. Genius. Now, wait, which one is A and which one is B? I guess A is wide. So, freaking A times B then. That should actually be it, honestly. That is it. Just A times B. That's fine. Do we want to fix code right now? Time is 6:18. I think I have to fix it to be able to do this. Let's do it. Or well, fix is a strong word. Let's hatchet the code. Let's just make it do what we need it to do right in this moment, and we'll worry about a proper solution later. So the problem is that I used to have this very complex action setup in CloudRig, where you would be able to have a corrective action for 2 different combinations of actions in one action, which is just insane. That's so unnecessarily complicated. And the only purpose of that is to have fewer actions in the rig. But the rig is going to have a dozen actions anyways. What does it matter if it has 1 dozen or 2 dozen? The animators are going to have to scroll through the action list in a painful way no matter what. So what I decided to do is to hide that feature, and therefore through the UI encourage people to only have, you know, 1 combination of poses being corrected by 1 corrective action, and just use more actions because it makes things more organized, more clear, more intuitive, etc. But the code for the complicated thing is still there, and it is this corrective type. Yep, this freaking nightmare. And what we can do is forget that this ever existed and replace this freaking nightmare of an expression with A times B. Genius. That should fix one problem. What's the plan for the next stream, and when will you possibly stream? That's a good question. I mean, even today's stream, I wanted to do it at 1 PM and it ended up at 5 PM because stuff came up. There should be another stream because I feel like I haven't really showcased this add-on all that well. We managed to set up 1 shape, if that, because I was, you know, experimenting with it for the second time. You guys haven't seen the first iteration that had even more issues. It was actually a fairly different design. I'm happy with the design now, but there's still a lot of things to iron out, as you saw. But so I think there will be probably another stream, and probably soon, like maybe tomorrow. But I think every time somebody asks me when I'm gonna stream, I always say maybe tomorrow, and then it's never tomorrow. It's not up to me. It's really not. Like, you have to ask Santa Claus or something, because it's just up to magic. The magic of a calm day. If the day is chill and nobody breaks stuff and complains about stuff that I have to fix, then I can stream. Okay, so my action activation is not correct. At least it says A times B, and that should be correct. Now we just need to do the same on the shape key drivers, which I think the add-on doesn't account for yet, which is not CloudRig, but no, it is CloudRig. Where is this stuff? It is here in actions for some reason. It does technically have to do with the action setup, I guess. Where is it though? Setup drivers on shape keys. That is the function that I need. No, it's not. Create shape key driver. That's the function that I need. And yeah, so the problem is that this doesn't account for corrective shape keys whatsoever. Ah, crap, because I forgot to do that. Because I thought, it's such an early stage in the add-on, we don't need to worry about corrective shape keys. But now here we are. Okay, how do we do it? I'm not even sure I understand why this has its own logic instead of just using the same logic as the constraint stuff, which is this one. Create action eval driver. Like, this code was clearly copy pasted, so that should definitely be possible to share even more. All of this should be possible to share with this. And then this is different. If range mid equals 0, expression equals var over trans range plus 0.5. What? Why? That shouldn't be necessary. I mean, this should trigger right now pretty much for all of our setups, because the center of our action ranges is usually 0, because I go... No, it's not. What? Range mid. Transmin plus transmax minus transmin. So if we have a setup, an action setup, that is not corrective like this one, this is our transmin and this is our transmax. So 0 and minus 0.06 in this case. That would mean that we have 0 plus, well, so this whole thing is just minus 0.06 divided by 2. It's minus 0.03, oops. And that gets rounded to 2 decimals for beauty reasons. If that is equal to 0, why would that matter? What is this? What have I done? Just make this go away. This is fine. If it was important, we'll find out later. But now all of this is the same. And then we have range mid, which is never used. And then we have trans range, which is the same. Then we have transmin, transmax, which is the same. So yeah, this whole thing is the same, which is good. But it's actually not even relevant to what I need, because this function doesn't get called for corrective action constraints. Fuck. God damn it. Configure corrective constraint. Okay, so I'll fix the copy pasted code later. For now, I'm gonna do more copy pasted code, probably. Can I avoid it? I can definitely avoid it. We just split this thing off. We have a data path parameter here called, which is a string, and then we call it here. We probably have the rig. Well, it's not the rig anymore, it's just any object. And then let's see. And then we pass it the rig, and we pass it this string, which is the data path. But then there's more data paths. Frick! Well, I guess that's fine. We have an object, and then we have the rig, which can be the same as the object. Oh boy. So we'll do rig. Not a fan of this. And then the data path of the driver. And then this is the driver goes on the object. But the driver target is the rig. Property bone name, we need that. We just passed it on, I guess. Do we need anything else? Trigger icon name. Wait, what? Oh, right, because I create those properties. That's fine. We can just... We can move this stuff down there, I think. Is this even used? It is used. So we can move all of this in here, I think. This as well. That comes after that. So right here. Let's see. So this is fine. This is fine. That is fine. And then we had the path passed in. And this function became very small now. But we'll worry about that later. It's actually a good thing, I guess. Well, I'm assuming it's also only used once, yes, so we could just replace that with this. And then get rid of this. And then, well, so this should in theory still work, which I'm sure it will not. Syntax. Missed a colon. Our goal, by the way, is to make the function that creates our corrective action constraint evaluation time driver also be usable to create our corrective shape key value driver, since they are identical. They just have a different data path. And I think this is fine. So now it's reloaded successfully. It should also generate successfully. Let's hope to God we're getting some freaking spam. Can we get the add-on, or is it not public yet? It's not public yet because it also relies on a Blender patch, which is just a text file that I have in my chat. So it's kind of it's very slapdash right now. But I mean, the add-on is in a decent state, I would say. But the implementation for how it will land in Blender is not clear yet. add corrective driver is not defined because it's missing a self. God damn it. So far in the code that we've done, no functional changes, but in a second, if this will work, we can just call the add corrective driver on a shape key, and it will add a corrective driver to the shape key. And then we're happy. Fuck. Add corrective driver is not defined in 272. How the hell not? Sure it is. Did I reload the scripts? Maybe I didn't. Did I forget? I think I forgot. Does using OG shape keys or using the new GeoNodes based shape key hack work better? From what I could tell, the GeoNodes based shape key hack doesn't work because as soon as you rotate the parent bone, the coordinates of the shape key that you're applying, that delta vector that you get from subtracting one shape from another, that doesn't rotate along with the parent bone. And maybe there's a way to fix that, but yeah, I don't know about that. So I would say the thing that I'm working on right now, that's the way. This is the way. PB is not defined. Are you kidding me? 386. Where is the PB? PB.name. Freaking hell. What is PB at that point in time? It's the bone that's getting the constraint. Crap. I'm confused. I get it. But what? The bone name? Oh, is the bone name just used to determine the side? We don't need to do that. Do we? Well, I guess we do. Oh, for fuck's sake. So this function relies on the bone that we're putting the driver on. Because in our infinite wisdom, we decided to name the property that is being driven according to the bone that is being driven. Not quite, but kind of. In any case, there should be a way to get this name without needing the freaking bone name, because all it's using the bone name for is to determine which side it's on. So I should just like pass the side in here or something. Yeah. We can do something like that. Look, we can do just like, I don't know, item name. Not the best name for a variable. So this is the name of the thing that's getting the shape key. That's getting the driver. So it's either a bone or a shape key. The name of a bone or a shape key. We just call it bone or shape key name. It's verbose. Honestly, I'm not angry. Let's make this a bit prettier. If it's gonna have to be a function with a bunch of parameters, then at least let's make it a little bit pretty. But okay, there you go. Now this function no longer needs the freaking bone, which is good, because in the other use case, we're not gonna have the bone. Now it better work. Did I say something wrong, Denny? Is that what you mean by a bit of a sailor? I don't swear. And let's say flark. Hacking flark. Oh, freaking hell, it failed again, huh? Probably failed 10 seconds ago, but I was reading the chat. Oh, I just typoed property bone name. Heck, where? Property bone. Come on. Why doesn't the linter scream at me? Because I don't have it set up here. It's almost 7 and I didn't even get to make him smile. Yeah. I hate that Alt gets stuck whenever you Alt tab into Blender. But anyways, bam. We have our pose, we have our driver. Now we finally call this stupid function on a shape key somewhere. Like this. Action.name and keyboard.name, keyboard.name. Second thingy. Okay, if self.is corrective, then we do add corrective driver, and the create shape key driver will be deduplicated in a similar way later, but whatever. And then we have our ob, which is the shit. Ah, we do have it. Oh, it's here in the scope. And then we have, oh crap, do we have rig? Uh-oh. Oh, we do have rig, thank God. Rig equals rig. What else is there? Right, we need to figure out a data path. And we need to figure out a property bone name, and the bone or shape key name is keyblock.name. The property bone name, uh-oh. Uh-oh, that might be a problem as well. Oh no. Set up constraints on rig. Set up constraints on bone. I guess that should just be passed in. Set of drivers on shift keys. That needs to be passed in here. Oops. And this is called from the generator. Where's the frigging this thing? Action helper name. I think that's what it's called. Yes. So property bone name is property bone name. And then we just need to figure out a data path, which should look something like, oh boy. Data.shapekeys.keyblocks bracket quotation curly brace keyblock.name curly brace quotation bracket close dot value it's an equal sign on top column. This should be it, I think. Although I wonder, is ob used for anything other than that? No, it's not. Then my life is a lot easier. But this is also inaccurate. This is just, I don't know, driver, owner. It can be any ID. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. And then this becomes this. And then when we use this, we can just pass the key block and we can get rid of this. Just say a value. That should maybe work. Oh, and if we do that, then we want to return. We don't want the other thing to run. Not return, continue. Because we're in a for loop. Go. I said go. There we go. What's the goal here? What are you fixing? I am fixing a part in CloudRig that's responsible for setting up shape key drivers. Because previously it was only... I need the same driver created on some action constraints and some shape keys. So I was shuffling some code around, and apparently I still will be. Shuffling some code around to use the same code to create the driver on action constraints and shape keys. Because previously it was only doing action constraints. And now I renamed the friggin' thing, and then I didn't rename the friggin' thing on the other cases because I didn't use a proper refactoring button. Who needs that when you have trial, error, and patience? Oh boy. This will be the one. Say Shazbot from Old Tribes game. I'm too young for that, Danny, I'm sorry. I have no idea what you're on about. I don't know what this guy's messages are. But now they're gone. It's 20 seconds to generate the freaking rig. And I keep rotating my freaking camera by accident. Okay, did it work? I think it worked. Haha! We did a thing! And it only took an hour or so. Okay, I will commit this later. This is fine. So now our freaking corrective shape key is finally automatically doing its thing. However, I just realized that it's doing a stupid thing. Because these two edges here are kind of trying their best to create a laugh line, even if it's not perfect, you know. So, oh boy, what? Why is it not subdividing? Come on. What? This was happening earlier as well. I don't know why. My drivers are not refreshing. Maybe it's a bug. So anyways, so this one shouldn't be there, and the shape key should do a better job. But still, these two edge loops are responsible for creating a laugh line, no matter how bad they are at it currently. So in my infinite wisdom, when I pushed these vertices here to create the nose crease, I kind of lose my laugh line. But let's see if we go with a more reasonable extremity, like here. Yeah. You kind of have to make a choice between having a nose crease or having a laugh line, which is unfortunate. Can we work around it though? Maybe. I also feel like this dimpling, or whatever you want to call it, should happen sooner. Like at this point, it should already be pretty extreme, I think. And that will sacrifice the ability to pull this mouth insanely wide, but it's fine. So the thing is, like, this nose crease looks really good. But I can see the laugh line just disappearing there. It's so sad. Like, now you have the, it's like the laugh line, and it bends. It bends to become something else. What's happening in his eyes? What the fuck? What? Oh no. Okay, I guess this is the case that line was fixing that we removed earlier. I don't know why that fixes it. But in the end, it turned out that wasn't necessary anyway, so I'll just put that back real quick. This thing. And I'll just put a to-do there. Oh, but this was breaking other stuff, wasn't it? Maybe not. How do I put a hash key on this freaking keyboard layout? There, we got us another to do. A game where you skate around the map with jet boots at high speeds. Doesn't sound like a game that should be called Tribes. But what do I know? Apparently nothing, at least. Not when it comes to coding. Okay, so we will restore our eyelid. Then I think for now I'll just give up on making the smile perfect in terms of those specific creases and wrinkles. But let's just try to make the shape a bit. For fuck's sake, all this stuck. Let's try to make the shape a bit nicer at least. And the way to do that is a very good question, actually. Well, I have one idea. Kind of an idea. Yeah, I guess that's an okay idea. So I'm going to make an action here that I'm not going to prefix with rig, because it's not going to be an action for an action constraint. This will be an action for the shape key setup stuff, because I want to save the pose that I have right now for reference, kind of. I'm just going to call this no smile. And so this is some arbitrary combination of lips wide and lips up. And what I want to do... Oh wait, I haven't keyframed it yet. Let me keyframe this. So just these two bones removed. That's what I need. And then I think I want to put here like a smile. I want to indicate that it's a mild smile, or like a regular smile, not an extreme smile. Do I need to do that? Maybe not. No, I'll just call it smile. And then I will give it the action of snow smile and frame number 1. And then this guy I'm gonna hide away in the morphs collection. And I'm gonna create the shape for this thing. Whoops. Ah, that's another thing to do real quick. Also make the new object selected and active. Maybe even offset it a bit on the global x-axis. Okay. Because those are the steps that I always have to do when I create one. I have to select it, offset it on the x a bit so I can see what I'm doing. Or alternatively, I could hide the original and unhide the shape. But whatever. So what I want to do here is make a shape key, influence to 1, enable sculpt symmetry. Or boy, maybe it would save the sculpt symmetry setting if I actually no it doesn't. Okay, whatever. And so let's make this slight smile look as good as we can. So I said I want to make the dimple more extreme, or more noticeable, I should say. And I guess while I'm here, I could also try to see what I can do about the laugh line, but I don't have too much hope for that. So what we can do is push these vertices inwards. Then maybe once we have a subsurf on here. That's kind of better than I expected. Okay, and then we can inflate this cheek a bit more, I think. But who knows, maybe I'm going too far now. I should probably adjust the lips in some way. I don't know, something feels wrong about it. Tell me guys, what is wrong with these lips? It's not obvious to me. Maybe there's nothing wrong. Nah, from a distance it looks very wrong. Maybe the whole thing, maybe the pose is wrong. Maybe this whole thing should be more like this. And this is still an extreme smile for a human. This is more like it. Yeah, maybe I should have spent a couple more moments adjusting the pose. But I mean, even with this, it should activate at a less extreme pose as well. It should be fine. Am I happy? I'm happier than this. Than with this, I mean. Oh, you're a Python guy now, eh? I've always been a Python guy, Danny. I've been coding here since day one. Oh, frick. Do we bump the cheek here as well? Sure. Man, it's really frustrating. Like, I don't think you guys can tell, but I have to press my hotkey like 16 times. Like, I just pressed it and nothing happened. Press it again and it works. What the heck? It's because this is a piece of shit keyboard. I'm taking this fucking keyboard out of this room with me. I mean, a piece of heck flarking keyboard. Anyways, let's just hook this thing up to some drivers and hope for the best. So what that means is I come to my shapekey group, create a couple of shapekeys, and the drivers on these ones will be done manually because there is no corresponding action, kind of. Or well, I mean there is, but nah. So I'm just gonna call this smile.l and smile.r. And again, they have some freaking data on them by default, which I would appreciate if Blender stopped doing because it's nonsensical. What is happening right now? Why do they still have data even after I just cleared it? What? Shift B, that's my hotkey for blend from basis shape. Is there something in my basis shape? Well, like if there is, I can't clear that, right? Oh boy. Pin. It looks normal to me. This does not. Now it does. Oh, okay. I just didn't press the button hard enough, I guess. God freaking damn it. Why is this thing grayed out? Oh, because... I don't know why. I mean, it's because of this, but... that shouldn't be in the UI code. Whatever. I mean, it kind of makes sense, but... yeah, it does. Anyways, so now this should work once I push the shape, which I will do right now, but I gotta remember that my code doesn't account for post bones, but I don't think I have any. Yes, I do. I have tons of them, but no armature modifier. Right. This is fine, because now, what is that? Bendy bones? Ah. This shouldn't happen. Whatever. That kind of shouldn't mess anything up, maybe? No, I think it will, but minor issue, whatever. We'll fix it later. That might be one of those we'll fix it laters that we won't fix later. But anyways, push it. Yep, that's fine. And then we mask this side.l, and we mask this side.r, and maybe I should build a like a hard-coded thing for this as well, like just have a naming convention that if you create a shapekey.l.r name, then just look for a mask that says side.l and side.r. Is that a good idea? I think it might be. There we go. See, after all this testing and the testing that I was doing in the last week, this add-on is gonna be lovely. Okay, so now about those drivers. It's gonna be a similar driver to the ellipse up plus wide, of course, but it should actually activate much faster. So how are we gonna do that? And also, what the heck is this? Oh boy. Are we not clearing the freaking variables. Why is this gone? No, because I renamed it. Ah, fuck's sake. Okay, can delete that one. Wait, that doesn't delete the shape key. This will delete the shape key. I shouldn't even bother deleting the shape key, but whatever. Well, need to get you a nice quality Logitech keyboard, yes. But this is already a Logitech keyboard. I'm not saying it's the most expensive thing. I know it. I know exactly which model. This is freaking €10 green box crap that we have all over the office. Get me a nice mechanical keyboard though. So as I understand it, you are trying to drive shape keys corresponding to actions like smile and other facial expressions. Yes. And I'm trying to drive shape keys in sync with action constraints and have them activate in sync as well. And it's working. I'm just slow and lazy and I'm still new to this workflow. I'm trying to wrap my head around it and trying to think of ways to make it better. Right, and trying to keep track of chat and trying to not think about food because I'm hungry as hell and trying to not think about my lips drying out. Which they are. Okay, so I want this thing to activate when we are in this pose, which means whatever value they have now, which is 0.26, should actually be 1. So we just divide by 0.26 and then it becomes 1. And that's the left side. Is this the right side? Probably not. It is. Cool. Then we just take this expression and we slam it in there. So now that activates, I believe. Yes, and we get a laugh line when he's smiling. Something still doesn't look right though, but I'll just have somebody with better, with less tired eyes look at this and tell me what's wrong with this. You know, that's why it's good to be in a team. I mean, it still looks weird because of the shading, but I'm pretty sure if we enable subsurf, which of course doesn't work because the drivers are tired and they don't want to wake up. Oh no, this time the subsurf was actually disabled by me. Fine. For once, it wasn't Blender's fault. God, talking is difficult, sorry. Okay, so... Shit, that actually looks terrible. What the heck? Did it look that terrible before? No, this looks better. Huh. What's happening? I mean, okay, the teeth being visible is kind of throwing me off. It's just... eh. But this area should not look this way. You see? You see? You see? Why is that? Oh, for fuck's sake. I mean, Flark's sake. Okay, first of all, this should also be activated. Except it's negative. Okay, so why is that? Because I'm sure there's other stuff activating at the same time. But the thing is that our... what the heck? If this is mounted R, then what am I driving here? Wait, up, why the... What have I done? Oh, for fuck's sake. I mean, Flark's sake. What? What even is this? Okay. I edited the wrong drivers. I'm a fool. Those drivers were supposed to come here. God damn it. Delete this. Disable all this garbage. Take this. Copy this. Put it here. Okay, that's what I had before, but just to be sure. And then I want this. Doesn't need the brackets. Divided by 0.167. Gosh darn it. I guess I just misclicked or brain farted earlier when I was doing this. Divided by 0.167. And I don't know why we are getting duplicate variables. Probably a mistake in the code. I'll fix that. Don't you guys worry. That's Rain's brother. Sure, yeah, kind of, something like that. We don't know. Could be his brother, could be his boyfriend, could be his dad, his husband, his late wife's dog's uncle. But it is a character that is similar in style to Rain, that is for sure. It can be whoever you want. Like the Batman. Look, it works. And the extreme smile is not much more broken than before, but I guess we can make it better. Because if we go here now, oh wait, this is not enabled. And then wait, do we have a yes? So if we push this shape again, that should wait. Because apparently I never selected the action and frame for this one. Which makes sense. Wait. Okay. Then we will actually put that in the smile action. I'm just gonna put this into maximum smiling mode on frame 2. We can frame that. And then on up plus wide, we can just select snow smile, which will probably at some point be renamed to just snow facials. And then frame 2 is our extreme smile. So now if we actually, so we can forget about this, but if we put it into the extreme smile pose, and now push the shape. Fuck. Why didn't that work? Maybe it did. Did it? I think it did. Yeah, so here we have our laugh line, right? Just go here on frame 1. And then on frame 2... I mean... Okay, I know how to tell if it worked. We bring out the morphs, we hide these ones, we get the up plus wide, we throw this one in here, we hide everything except this one, we reset it, and we disable the no, we enable the subsurf on this, and then we switch between one and the other. I don't know how to switch between two things. Oh, maybe if I do isolate and then, oh god, it's not convenient. Let's just move them next to each other. Not like that. Do they look identical to you guys? Oh yeah, they totally are. Okay, if they are identical, then it worked. And by it worked, I mean that this shape, as questionable as it may be, was applied into these shape keys on this pose, period. So the smile shape key is still being activated. But then when we press this button again, that the effect of these shape keys kind of got removed from these ones because we just apply this shape again on top of it with magical mathematics that Sergey exposed to me called crazy space. So yeah, I'm satisfied, and it's 712. So looks like Obama. I don't know about that, but sure. No, I really I don't see it. Also, his eye is broken again. No, is that because one of the morphs still have the broken eyelid? Yes. Shit. Okay, let me fix that then real quick. God damn it. This stream will never end. As will my suffering. Did that work? That didn't work. That's not good. Uh-oh. Oh wait, no, that's not how you fix it. I go on the actual original mesh. Why is the eyes? Why? Stop that. What? What? Oh, because the okay. No, this is fine. We edit mode. We select these stupid eye rings. We have that shape key, we reset. We have this shape key, we reset. Yes. It's good now. God, that face is fucking terrifying. Is this normal? I guess so. Okay, so we fixed the eyelid, and then we come to this broken boy, and we press this one again. And then I think it's... Fuck, what is this? What the heck? Oh, dude, I bet I didn't have this. No. I must have had symmetry enabled when I was doing this. Let's just fix it. Let's just freaking fix it. Actually, couldn't I? That's gonna mess up the vertex indices, won't it? If I just symmetrize this. What about the symmetrize operator? That exists, right? Mesh symmetrize. Bam. Awesome. Thanks. That helps. What the heck? Minus x to x. Plus x to minus x. What's with the unselected stuff? What is this disaster? Are you kidding me? So you don't try to find vertices by topology and move them, but you just create... well... Okay. Then we just fix it. But it is suspicious that it doesn't have X mirror turned on. Yeah, so this shape is from before we figured out the sculpting workflow, and therefore it's a disaster. Let's just fix it. Ah, you know what could be another way to fix it? Nah, that's a bad idea. Let's just fix it. Ah, god damn it. That looks not symmetrical at all. I don't want to do it from scratch, come on. I have half of it, why can't I just mirror it to the other side, Blender, without losing my fucking vertex IDs? You creepy son of a flark. I'll just inflate it now for the best. Oh boy, no rush. I don't know why I'm sculpting with 2 subsurf levels. I mean, it's nice to have, but if it's too slow, then it's too slow. Right. Good enough? I don't know. Not quite. I'll have to do it. Subsurf, goddammit. What the flark just happened? That is not what it should look like, is it? Oh, is it because of the subsurf again? Huh. No. What the shit? This is not what it should look like. It should look like this. Totally different. It actually is, unfortunately. Why is this turned off? Why is this on 0? Dude, nothing is working. I don't really want to know. What? Subsurf again. Is that it? I guess. That is an insignificant improvement. Anyways, I'll have to. Oh god, that. Why is the entire face different? I'm just gonna have to redo this at some point, but not right now. Whatever. Well, you guys get the idea, and I mean, some of this stuff works. Like this is working. So yeah, we tested tech today mostly, and I mean, hey, he can smile. That's good. But I wish he could smile more and prettier. But oh well. Yeah, lots of stuff to fix on the tech side. But if it is fixed, I think this will still be a freaking awesome workflow. But for now, I'm gonna close the day. Thank you all for coming to hang out. and I hope you all had a wonderful holiday season. Have a good day.